Hi, this is Jim's Little Boat. I'm Jim, of course. Today's problem is really simple if you know how to do it and you have the right tools, so I thought I'd share it with you. I want to mount this GPS speedometer under the bulkhead, under the companionway, kind of next to the winch. And I already have a hole there, and the hole's too small. So the problem is, how am I going to take a hole saw that's slightly bigger and drill a bigger hole when I have no place for the centering bit to go? Well, it's really not that difficult. First thing I needed to do was make a template that matches the panel, and you could do it on the hull, and the hole is bigger than this hole. That's going to support the edge of the saw. So let's go out to the boat and I'll show you how I did it. That's the bulkhead underneath the companionway. On the left is a hole that used to house the compass, and on the right is a hole that used to house the depth sounder. I eliminated the compass from that position and got a better one, and I wanted to move the depth sounder up where it wasn't always behind somebody's feet, so I took care of that. But now I find myself needing to drill a hole in a hole, and how do you do that when you don't have a center hole to start with? It's really hard to drill a hole with a hole saw when there's no place for the centering bit to go. So I made this template out of plywood. It matches the screw holes on the plate that was there. You can see the outline. I'm going to see if I can use that to support the sides of the saw and re-drill that hole. As you can see, the new hole that I need is bigger than the old hole and slightly off center, and there would be no chance I could ever just cut that. I suppose I could work it with a file, but I'm too lazy. So now I've got the hole saw supported by the outside of the plywood. Let's see if I can use that to drill a hole on the outside of a hole. The hole saw really didn't like that, neither did the drill. It tried to torque it out of my hands. But when I put the phone down and held on tight with both hands and braced myself, I got a nice neat hole through the bulkhead. So we'll take the template out and I'll bring out the piece of plastic that I used to use there and see if it fits. Well, as it turned out, I did have to use a file. This is just a kind of a half round rasp file I use in woodworking. I knocked off a little bit and I shoved the GPS speedometer in there to see if it would fit. So all I need to do now is take that panel off, clean up the bulkhead, bed the panel down with some 4200, bed this instrument into the white panel, and then all I need to do is run some wires from the sub panel over to this, and fortunately I have 4 open switch positions on the sub panel. Do you like the fir needles? That's why I made such a big deal about cleaning up the whole scupper situation.